Witajcie, tutaj Pan Przygody, oto zakończenie gry Dungeon Siege 3. Zapraszam do oglądania.
They are gone. The voices of my mother's gods.
They are lost. You will not see them or hear them ever again.
You lie, child. Or whatever you...
No, Jane Cassandra. What remained of your mother's gods has been destroyed. And the power of creation has fled this grove.
That power was dangerous.
No. It was precious. My mother searched for thousands of years.
The power in this forest might have been used to restore not the twisted half-life that you gave them, Jane Cassandra. A true rebirth, but you called upon that power You twisted the power of creation to your own ends. Until all that was left was an empty shell.
Why did this power restore?
Jane's mother was first sister. When she died, the first sister stood at the right hand of her gods. That is why Jane saw her gods in visions and dreams. And that is why Jane could unlock the power that was buried here.
And the Archons I fought in the forest?
Dead. Wilted like when you slew the reborn god. In time,
we have a decision to make.
Wait, I have a question. And I was born in this world.
Yes. I found you here, on the date.
So the creator gods, whatever remained of them, they called me back.
That may be. Yes.
If that's true, it must have happened quickly. Soon after Jane destroyed the Legion, but before the fort.
Perhaps the creator gods knew that they were doomed, and they wanted Anjali to destroy them.
If that is true, then at least I've honored them. Thank you.
And Jane? What?
As long as she lives, Jane is a threat. A sword hanging over our...
I expect no mercy from the Legion. Do as you like.
Before I pass judgment on you, I want to know why you...
Why did I murder your father? That I was young, full of anger. My own... So I raised an army. I swore to avenge him myself. If the other Legionnaires had handed over Mont Baron, I would never have hunted them down. But they were so stubborn. That was wrong of me. I should not have punished the whole Legion for Mont Baron's sin.
The Moonweird was sacred to your people, and especially to your...
Mont Baron lured me to this place. Somehow, he knew what He believed that I would never dare to strike him down. Not in the presence...
He was wrong. You used the...
Mont Baron was so arrogant. That smug look on his face. With no hint of remorse for... I will never understand why the forest allowed him to enter, when so many others were kept out.
Unless your gods meant to test you. Perhaps they wanted to know of your devotion.
I never thought of that. If that is true...
You've told me why you destroyed the Legion, but why...
I will answer your question with one of my own. My father was a king. My mother a chief among her people, and Rosalind. She has the heart of a lamb. Would you trust the rebuilding of this kingdom to a sheltered little girl?
If Rosalind falters, the Legion will keep...
Be careful. I hear the echo take too strong a hand, and the people...
You're sorry for killing the Legionnaire?
I take no pride in the pain I caused you. No, I would kill him again. You asked for honesty,
I have no more questions.
and I am ready for your judgment, though I know what it will be.
You've escaped justice for too long. If you have any
Shall I tell you of my regrets? I have but one. I could have forged this country anew.
And why should we take your word? You led your people to their death, and turned... You are wrong, Jane Cassinder.
I'll make this quick. Goodbye, Jane Cassinder.
She is dead, and the Legion can begin anew.
It's over then.
For now, you deserve a rest, but it may be short-lived.
We need to build our strength.
You will find many willing to join the Legion now, even a few, and you will need them soon. The country is still divided, but you've shown that the Legion is strong again, worthy of respect.
We began this together.
We part ways then. I will be watching, and one day, I will see you again. Farewell.
You bid farewell to the radiant youth, and he sent you back to our chapter house in Stonebridge, where I awaited your return. In the weeks that followed, news spread of Jane Cassinder's defeat. Her army scattered, giving us time to rest and regroup. Martin Guiscard returned safely from the Spire, along with Meister Wolf and the Automaton army. Only a few weeks later, elections were held in Stonebridge. Meister Wolf, who had been so public in his support of the Legion, almost won the office of mayor. But he was defeated in the end. Many people had wanted the dapper old gent to hang. They resented the fact that the Legion had spared his life, and they blamed poor Wolf. After the humiliating events in the Foundry, Meister Castle was forced to resign as Guildmaster of Ironmongers. The Cyclopses negotiated a new contract for higher wages, and with the help of Meister Fiddlewick, formed a new workers' union. For the first time in 100 years, they were permitted to leave the Foundry and spend their newfound wealth in the markets and taverns of Stonebridge. Cyclopses are becoming an increasingly common sight in Stonebridge, and many believe that they will eventually take their place as equal citizens of the town. Archambault du Payen, formerly known as the Dapper Old Gent, proved a valuable addition to the Legion. His knowledge of Legion magic allowed us to retake control of the Sentinels that had long guarded our chapter houses and estates. But the people of Stonebridge still bore him a grudge, so we were forced to send the gent north for his own safety. There he took possession of Gunderic Manor and all the magic that lay within. In time, the manor will again become a training ground for a new generation of Legion mages. With the reopening of the Heroes' Crypt, pilgrims returned to the Rukenval, and merchants followed. The following winter was harsh, just as Lazar Basili feared. But thanks to the trade from the south, the people of Ravensrill stayed warm and fed. When spring came, many more pilgrims arrived, and the town of Ravensrill grew wealthy again. Lazar and his people built a new stone wall around the town, and reclaimed their abandoned houses and farmsteads from the forest. It is a happy change of fortune for a long-suffering town. Queen Rosalind abandoned Glitterdelve, embarking on a tour of all the cities and towns of the West, meeting as many of her subjects as she could. The Queen showed all the energy of youth, and I think she fully expects to reunite the country in a matter of months, not years. Reality may not be so kind as Lord Devonsey has tried to make her understand. In truth, The future of this country depends more upon what we decide. If she doesn't have the Legion behind her, the Queen is only a single voice, well-meaning though she might be. As for the Legion, the rest of our story is yet to be told. We have a nation to reforge, a fellowship to rebuild, and old enemies who would see us destroyed. And we have questions to decide. Who will assume true power in Ebb if the nation is restored? And who will take the mantle of Grand Master? But these matters I leave for another chronicle and another time. Whatever happens, know that you will not face the future alone. The Legion will stand by you